He manages to get the kill onto Jugsy. He gets the kill onto Lions. He's left in a 1v1. He's got like 8 seconds to get this kill and then disable the defuse. He's going to get it. He's just got to find quad kill for Jetski. Comes in clutch at the end. He's just got time to get the disable. And Dabless take the game. What a... This is a PG channel, guys. Hello everyone, welcome to another Third Eye Gaming stream. Tonight we are here to watch Just Press C versus the team formerly known as Horizon Gaming. They're now known as Extreme Esports, so they're back with a new name, new logo, and a new roster. Still headed up by K9, but it's got a new roster for tonight's game. So I'm very excited to see it because I'm always happy to see new rosters. It's a new roster, but not necessarily with loads of new players that we haven't seen before. We are aware of most of them. So as everyone starts to join the game, let's talk through the two teams that we've got. So for Just Press C, we've got Rarity, who's going to be playing on frags. We've got Proza, interesting name, who's going to be playing frags. We've got Nequa Instinct, absolute beast, playing on flex. We've got Henry B playing on flex, and we've got Renowned playing on support. Now the new team that we've got for Extreme Esports is K9, so we all know him. He is on frag and IGL duties. We've got Pollard, who's going to be playing frags. We've got Chris, who's going to be playing flex. We've got Sweaty Spud, who's playing flex, and we've got a Curd Chip playing on support. Now I'm just used to a Curd Chip being on teams with players that've got really interesting names. Cheesy Bush being my most favourite, Sweaty Spud coming in very close second. So just making sure the teams are on the right sides. Because it does get confusing. Yeah, looks like everyone's over on the right sides now. Okay, cool. Right, so let's have a quick look in the chat while players are readying themselves up. The real Mrs. Toot is there saying toot toot. Yish. Yish is in the chat as well. Welcome. Cryptic Siege. Sup. Good to see you back. Someone's been naughty already. Cryptic Siege, good luck, have fun. Skeldo's not playing today apparently. Godly, welcome to the stream, my guy. Easy Elo apparently. Okay. Not sure what Millsy's talking about, but welcome to the stream, Millsy. By the way, thank you for the follow. JDJC, Occurred Chip, Chris, the VR, and Rockzoo99. Thank you very much for the follows. Tinny Path is here. Hey, Tinny Path, how you doing? Don't forget, guys, we've got that dog walking stream later on this evening. I've been promised by Taser that it will be happening, so make sure we're all over there watching that. Clayzo, welcome. Thank you for coming along. All right. So as the teams are readying up, let's just take a look at the community poll for what we think the results are going to be tonight. And this is a big one. So last time I casted JPC, they were well down there for the vote with like 13%. This time they're up there at 86% of the vote. 86% of Twitter thinking JPC are going to take home the win. 11% putting their money onto what they thought was Horizon, but it is now Extreme. And then the remaining number thinking that we're going to see a draw. Let's take a look at the map bans so we know what map we're going to play. We had, because this is week 2, we got 2 auto bans, with the first auto ban being Oregon, the next one being Cafe. Then we banned Theme Park, Coastline, Consulate, and Villa, leaving us with Clubhouse. Now we are going to have Extreme Esports starting on attack tonight. They're going to be playing orange, but they will be starting on attack. And we're going to have Just Press C, or JPC as I might call them through the game. They're going to be defending first. Interesting match, says Rockzoo. Yes, it should be. It should be an interesting match. One more thing I want to show before we get going. Actually, no, I'm not going to show it before we get going because the team's already up and I don't like keeping people waiting. So let's get on with the game. We are on Clubhouse. JPC versus Extreme Esports, their first game together tonight. Let's see how it's going to play out. Now, because JPC are defending first, they will be banning first. Let's see who they're going to pick. Now, often on this map, at this point, I'd like to see a Maverick ban from the attackers. Maybe Monty, but Maverick is definitely one to ban on this map. Monty is indeed what we're going to see Just Press C go for. They don't want to play against that shield. He is a troublesome little monkey. Let's call him that, shall we? So Monty is right out of there. Let's see who Extreme Esports are going to ban. Now we're going to get Thatcher or the Maverick. Okay, it's going to be Capital. Interesting. Interesting ban. Capital ban isn't something that I've seen quite as frequently lately. But it's good to see. We're going to see Wamai get picked off by Extreme Esports. A good ban normally for like CCTV. You want to play him on the catwalks. But we've still got Jaeger, who's just as effective. The difference is that Wamai obviously gets stronger the longer you keep him. And he also stops Capital firebolts. So it's interesting that you ban Capital and then ban Wamai. Hey, K9 in the chat. Don't forget K9. Make sure you're out of the chat as the game starts. But thank you for joining. Lucas is back as well, making his way back into competitive. We're going to get a Maestro ban coming out from JPC, which is another very strong operator. So a good round of bans coming out here from both teams. Now, as is always the way, I need to write these bans down in case of a rehost. Capital and Wamai. Okay, those are the bans. First site we're going to go to is Church and Arsenal. So, like I said, we've got JPC defending first. They're going to head downstairs to Church and Arsenal, one of the most common sites to go to first. One of the most common two sites to go to first. Hey, thank you for the hosting, Rockzoo. Very much appreciated. Hopefully you can bring a ton of viewers our way, an absolute ton of viewers.
Need to locate and defuse bomb.
So as we head downstairs, we can see we've got Vigil, who will no doubt be roaming. We've got Renowned playing on Legion. We've got Rarity playing Kaid. Not even going to bother reinforcing the walls for the dirt tunnel. They want to keep those reinforcements for somewhere else. Instead, they're just going to barricade the door to make it so that they at least know if someone's coming down that way. I mean, let's face it, guys. We know the attackers have got Thermite. We know they could have Maverick. We know they could have Ibana. So the point of reinforcing these, there's no way you're going to deny this from getting opened up. So JPC deciding to use their utility elsewhere instead and make more effective use of it. We're going to see the standard stocks hatch reinforced, standard kitchen and standard bar. Sound like we've got a player upstairs. We've got Necro Instinct playing upstairs, who is going to be doing his roam game, trying to shut down any of the attackers that will come upstairs first, which is a very common place to come. So we're going to see Sweaty Spud start to drone out as Pollard puts his breaching charge on the wall there. It's not heard by Necro Instinct. He's going to get droned and the wall gets opened up straight away. We could see an early pick for Necro Instinct. 2 early picks for Necro. Like I said, beast. Oh no, sorry, it was a Curd chip. So a Curd chip refragged. So I mean, that's an early loss there for JPC, but well worth it to take down 2 soft breachers like Ash and Zofia. That was unfortunate. Nekwa is just a machine, an absolute monster when it comes to fragging, as I saw in the last game that I casted for him. Hey, Teeny Tiger, thank you for joining the stream. It's going well, thank you very much. Thank you for coming along. Chris is going to start pushing his way into CCTV and make his way through the top floor. Sounds like he's being pushed by a drone. Now, we've got Alibi pushing into the bedroom. That has been droned out by Kurt Chip, which means Chris is just going to sit here and wait patiently. Prozers is going to stand in bedroom and wait. He knows that someone's likely to be coming to him as he's been droned out. We do have 2 players up here, 3 players now on the top floor that are going to start pushing. Buck peeks round. Alibi takes a couple of shots. Best defender in the game, but doesn't manage to get the kill. And Chris takes her down, putting us in a 3v3 now with Henry B holding down in utility, Rarity holding kitchen hatch, along with Renowned playing on Legion. Now we have just over 1 minute left, and we still have Extreme Esports not even moved down to second floor yet. Oh, sorry, to first floor yet. They're still up on the second floor trying to roam clear, but there's no roamers left up there. They're getting the information now on the first floor and starting to check to see what's going on down there as they start to actually move down and get control. They've got just under 1 minute left. They've got no real soft destruction other than Buck to be able to open up default anchor spots. Already though, the bar hatch just got opened, I believe. Yep, there is a drone there. We can see a rotation hole leading to Legion through there. That Alibi clone is not going to fool anyone because they know that she's dead. Already, Buck is doing what Buck needs to do, opening up the holes and looking down into sight. They've only got 30 seconds left though, and they need to work fast. Kurt Chip taking his time to take out the default camp. Sweaty Spud getting ready to open up that church wall, but they have to be quick. It's going to get open now, which is going to allow Extreme to push in and plant behind default. Oh no, Thermite peeks round. He is taken down by Henry B. Wall is open. He's got Diffuser in moto. Renowned gets another kill, leaving Sweaty Spud all on his own. But he can't do what he needs to do. He gets taken down by Rarity in the last dying moments of the round and puts a win on the board for JPC. JPC. Interesting. Okay. Hey, Lucas is now hosting, preparing for the viewers to flood in. Clayzo says, let's go. Yes, let's definitely go. Welcome to the stream, XS5K. Thank you for the follow as well. So for the second defensive round, everyone's favorite CCTV is going to be played here. Let's see what kind of setup we see. Now, I always talk about this. I think the reinforcements and rotation holes are pretty much done to death. We don't very often see a great deal of variety here from any team. We're going to see standard walls down here reinforced to stop Hibana from opening up holes, or anyone else actually. Not Hibana necessarily, but Ash, Sophia, breaching charges, whatever. That allows you another point to get into the garage, and it also allows you an angle up into the window here into CCTV, so that's very often reinforcement denied. Standard rotation hole here. No reinforcement here, which is unusual. Holes up here that allow you to stand on tables and peek down through this rotation hole into garage, for example, or deny smokes, or deny plants with a cheeky C4. And standard reinforcements here. Okay, we have seen that get reinforced now, which is what we'd expect. 4 players from Extreme going to be spawning over here on the kennels and starting to make a push for that main wall. Now, we do have Rarity, who's going to be mute tricking. Now, mute tricking, very difficult to do. The problem with tricking with a signal jammer as opposed to electricity is that the signal jammer doesn't destroy the utility. So once the utility has been triggered, putting a signal jammer down doesn't stop it. Whereas if you put down a bandit battery, you don't just stop the utility from the attacker, you destroy it and take that away from them completely. So all they need to do is bring Ash downstairs, open up a hole to push Rarity out of the way. He goes down to half health. He's still going to put another signal jammer down there to deny that wall getting opened. As a Kurt Chip starts to make his way up as Thermite ready to open the wall, but he's not going to be able to because of the signal jammer. We can hear it there. EMP goes out. And that is it. That wall is now going to be open. So Rarity lost a lot of health there, but he managed to waste just over 1 minute of time of the attackers. Buck is downstairs doing work, opening up all the default holes from down below to push out the anchors. Kerchip opening fire onto the one lone player over there on the catwalk. Doesn't get the kill, but Pollard does manage to get that kill himself by pushing in from down below. Nekwa gets a frag onto K9 as Pollard now has control of Garage. Nekwa though gets the kill onto Chris, leaving us in a 4v3. Gunfire goes down onto Pollard. He's going to blind fire through the wall, try to get a pick, but there's no one there. Sweaty Spud gets a frag onto Renowned, and that leaves us in a 3v3. Proza watching those peek holes onto that staircase and to that rotation hole. Stun Grenade's going out to try and blind him, but he's going to turn around, not get caught. He gets the headshot onto Pollard. Well played by Proza. That puts us in a 3v2 now. Rarity with the C4 onto a Kerchip, again leaving Sweaty Spud all alone. You can see Legion's dead face. Takes some random gunfire from the top of the stairs, pushes around, but doesn't account for the guy standing on the table looking through the rotate, and he gets taken down. So a good defensive hold there from JPC. Extreme Esports did the right things to get where they needed to be. I would say they lost that mainly due to gunfights. I don't think there was anything wrong with their use of utility and the attack strategy. It was just an unfortunate bit of gunfights not being won, and maybe just towards the end there, just a little bit loss of attention on those holes that were in the wall. Our man Sweaty Spud walked in, wasn't really paying attention to them, and that's why he got taken down. Otherwise, he would have been all good. Gym and bedroom is going to be the third site that we go to.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Hey, Kryptos, thank you for the host.
Attackers.
Very good. The Spud got mashed, says Mrs. Toot. Nice. Yeah, that was a tough ask for Sweaty Spud to get in there. Yeah, welcome back, Laser. It's good to see you. Looking forward to seeing you play. Okay, so gym and bedroom. Normally here you'd like to have Mira playing, but we're not going to see Mira get bought out by JPC, even though she's not banned. Most teams now just learn to work around these types of operators that get banned regularly. Normally you'd see a Mira window on here. Sometimes you'd see this wall opened up, allowing complete line of sight onto Jacuzzi, but not here, not from JPC. We do get a standard rotate. Holes being opened up at the bottom here. Probably got a hole in the wall here. Yes, we do. And an extended hold over into Cash, with Renown looking like he's going to take control of the catwalk in Garage. He's going to wait and see if said... Oh, Sweaty Spud with the early kill onto Nekwa. Well played to Sweaty. That is payback for the end of that last round. Where is he? He's over here. That was a kill. Oh, so Nekwa was trying a cheeky little peek just out through that doorway. And just in case anyone else comes that way, Sweaty Spud is going to drop a Sweaty Claymore before picking it back up and trying to do something else. Now, Kerchip and Sweaty are going to be stacking up on the Jacuzzi wall here to try and get this open. There is no denial here at all other than a signal jammer, so that should go down very, very easily to the EMP grenade. EMP grenade, rather. Mixing my words up, guys. Kerchip backs out, comes back, and is going to start opening that wall. Now, Rarity is there at the rotation hole. He hasn't castled off... Oh, he has castled off here. Sometimes you see the windows castle, but we don't have that here from Rarity. We get an air jab going out onto the wall, which is going to stop Rarity from pushing out. He can still peek that hole, but he can't move out onto the hallway unless he goes out through the door. Proza is there, already peeking the breach, though. He's going to start making his way downstairs. K9 has taken some damage. He's going to start pushing it through kitchen. Renown takes down Chris. So we're now back into a 4v4. Stun grenades go out onto the staircase. Sweaty Spud's going to drop in through logistics as Pollard starts to push. Oh no, there's a player hard right of breach. Castle gets the kill. He gets a second onto a Kerchip. That's the double kill for Rarity, leaving K9 all on his own. But Proza with a shotgun, probably on the main stairs, takes him down. It was on the main stairs. How predictable these rounds can be. I don't even need to spectate to know exactly where K9 got killed from by a smoke shotgun. We need to see more variety in our games. Alright, so that's a win on the board for JPC. So far, fulfilling Twitter's dreams of them being the most likely to take the win. Now Church and Arsenal has been unlocked for them. They are going to head back there and see if they can get a second win on that site. Bear with me for a second, guys. I'm just going to have... just need to clear my throat.
Attackers need to locate
Okay,
and defuse
I'm back.
as many bombs as they can.
Alright, Church and Arsenal. Church and Arsenal. So, we didn't see Mozzie the last time, but Prozza has brought Mozzie this time. We've got Henry B on Jaeger, Renowned playing on Legion again. We've got Rarity playing on Pulse, and we've got Nekwa playing on Vigil. Now, to counter that, we've got K9 sticking with Ash. We've got Pollard playing Nomad, great operator. I'm surprised that we don't see more Nomad bans at the moment. Nomad is pretty much one of those must picks for your team. Back in the day, how it was always you had to have Thermite wherever you went, or you had to have Thatcher. Nomad is now one of those operators, I think, where it's kind of like, why would you not bring her? I can understand these days why you might not bring Thermite to some sites. Completely understand. Same with Thatcher. But Nomad, great operator. Absolutely great operator. Now, we are seeing 4 men currently playing on site. Nekwa is going to be heading upstairs to do his roaming. He's going to roam in strip, so he gets spotted by a Kurd Chip's drone as that heads up to the top. But Nekwa is just going to back out all the way over to Strip Club and hold here. Is he going to go for one of these peeks out through the doorway? Now, I don't think there's really much to capitalize on here. If he does, I think this is just a case of him holding back here and just waiting for a late flank. And then when it comes to attacking this site, this is a great flank to hold. We see this very often from Dadless. This hatch right here, one of the most common hatches to try and open. All you have to do is Vigil, pop a little bullet hole in this wall, and you can shoot anyone trying to take control of that hatch. You do get penned in because your only way out is through this doorway, and if someone stands here, then it's very difficult to make your way out. But as Vigil with impact grenades, if you have the option, you can make a hole in the wall and back out through there to bypass the player that's standing here. There's options. Not many, but there are options. A Kurd Chip is going to drone out Nekwa and give his teammates the information that he's there. So the question is, will we see them start to push him? Pollard is going to come in, and what I want to see from Pollard here is to put an air jab up onto the doorway. Not necessarily that doorway, because there's still a second doorway that he can come through. So he's basically going to use 2 bits of utility here. You could have just used 1 out in the hallway. But that's okay. It will still do the job. A Kurd Chip's going to start making his way in. Chris is upstairs on the top floor, going to start making his way down to his teammates. K9 teaming up with Pollard, just making sure that the flanks are covered, and they're going to start trying to open up this bar hatch. Nekwa's still holding in Strip Club. Prozza playing downstairs, going to get some holes opened up above him. He hears... he's getting ready with the C4. It's going to go out. It's not going to find a target more than likely. Sure enough, it doesn't. Everyone is backed out. K9 peeking down, knowing that there's a player there somewhere, is going to want to be very careful. He's going to chuck in stuns and get ready to make the drop as Nomad puts an air jab onto the doorway, making sure they don't get flanked as they start to push Church. A Kurd Chip is likely to want to be opening up Church wall. Nomad is in. Thermite's going to follow. He's going to randomly shoot through the melee holes, but not find a target. Nekwa getting ready for his flank. We see Mozzie come down the hallway to try and get that kill, but Pollard is quicker and takes down Prozza with the headshot. A Kurd Chip getting damage done to him through that standard hole in the wall from the back of Arsenal. We're in a 4v5 here with 15 seconds left. K9 goes down, puts into a 4v4 with Chris getting a kill of his own onto Rarity, and we're now down in a 2v3. I correct that. We are now down in a 2v2 as Nekwa cleans up with 2 kills. He gets a third. Sweaty Spud all on his own isn't going to be able to do much, and that is why you need to take out that roamer that is holding in Strip Club. They did what they could to hold him back, but Extreme Esports, they lost a little bit of focus on him as they didn't have the time to really take advantage of it. The air jabs would have gone off, but by that point they were already downstairs and there wasn't anything they could do about those air jabs. And they couldn't capitalize on it, unfortunately. Hey, thank you for the follow, Philophobia, and also XS5K. And Teeny Tiger, I think I thanked you already. Let's have a quick look at the chat to see what's going on. Not very much. Let's go, says XS5K. Now people, don't forget that if you see a good play, make sure you clip it, because the best clips from any stream that I do during a week will go into a highlights video which gets posted up onto my YouTube channel either the following week or the Sunday afternoon, depending how on the ball I am. So as we go into round 5, CCTV is unlocked. JPC are going to head right up there. Bear with me for 1 moment stream, just 1 moment.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
So we've got exactly the same setup coming out here from JPC. And we are going to see this cheeky young man, Nekwa, play some little games with the attackers. Now it's worth calling out that Third Eye Gaming are currently using the Face It rules of only Pro League skins, pilot program skins and default skins. However, both of these teams agreed up front before the game that they would just stick with the ESL rules and just not use elites, Ember Rise and the standard ESL type stuff. So be aware of that as you are watching the stream if you're thinking, wait a minute, is that uniform legal? Technically no, but it's been agreed by both teams, so why not? K9 gets the kill onto Nekwa. Great early pick there for K9. Nekwa being top fragger pretty much, yes, with 8 kills. Rarity gets a refrag though onto Pollard. And Renowned gets one onto Chris. Rarity sees the Claymore. So on the left-hand side, I think Rarity. Move the other way, look the other way. He waits for a player to peek, just to pop to the side of the balcony there, but he's going to have to wait. Sure it's the other side. Oh, it is there. Hey, well played. I completely misjudged that angle. Henry B with a kill onto K9, leaving a Kerchip and Sweaty Spud. Thatcher and Thermite, the dream team, all on their own against 4 angry JPC players as they want those kills. Rarity gets 1, leaving a Kerchip on his own. Mozzie comes out. A Kerchip does get that kill, anticipating the run out there from Mozzie. Let's see if he can get any more picks and start to get another round on the board here. Well, to get a single round on the board here for the Extreme Esports boys. You can hear the players moving about up above him. He baits them with a melee to the doorway, trying to bait them out, let them know where he is and try to bait those kills. Sure enough, a shotgun does go out. Renowned is in the lounge. Oh, the lag! The lag on the server there. Renowned gets taken down by a Kerchip. And Chip is now going to open up the construction wall. A gas grenade goes out to deny that push. Sorry, it's down below. It sounded like it was up by the wall. Air jab goes off. That looked like possibly the player in lounge. Henry B is all downstairs on his own, and Smoke is upstairs alone. If a Kerchip had that intel, he would know to push site, but he doesn't have the health to mess around. He's just got to be patient. And it looks like he might find... Oh no, he's just running back up the stairs. Henry B starts to push into lounge. A Kerchip pushing towards lounge. Who will get the kill? Henry B does, as he is sat there just watching. ASR6 Nekwa. Yeah. Okay, so that was quite the round there. Some early losses, unfortunately, for Extreme Esports, which didn't help, just leaving Thatcher and Thermite all on their own. Don't forget, guys, this is the first time this team are playing together. K9 has put together a roster following a few of his teammates leaving earlier this week. So he's put this roster together just last night, I think, in order to be able to continue playing in the league. So fair play to K9 for not quitting and doing what he can to just keep things going. But obviously it takes time for teams to gel and get together. Of course, most recently we've seen a Kerchip playing as a part of Tempest. I think Pollard was a part of Tempest as well for a period of time. No, he wasn't actually. He was with K9, I think. in Rare Defiance. Gym and bedroom now reopened for business, and we're going to see JPC head right back up there.
Left before
we are again going to see the extended hold here into cache, standard rotation holes all the way through to site. Here, the castle barricade. This time a castle barricade on the window. Still the same one here on the door. Sometimes people like to prep this castle barricade so that they can just one-hit it and run straight through if they need to. No reinforcements on this wall though, which is very interesting. Is that a late attempt? Oh no, Renowned gets the kill onto a Kerr chip. He's peeking. K9 takes a whole load of damage as well. That's from the garage. These boys from JPC, they do like a peek. Very cheeky young men. Always poking their faces out of a hole somewhere like a little mouse looking for a piece of cheese. But instead, it's just Rarity looking for a kill, or Renowned looking for a kill, whichever one it happens to be at the time. Sweaty Spud does get the refrag onto Renowned though. Payback is what the boys from Extreme are saying. So Pollard droning out. K9 starting to rappel up to balcony and push his way into CCTV. Sweaty Spud just droning to see what's going on. There's no one in there except a dead Legion. Chris, the VR, is going to be rappelling up. Now, is that Chris the VR YT or is it Chris the YT? I don't know. Maybe K9 will tell me in an interview afterwards if we get the opportunity to interview him. We will be having interviews, guys, with the winner. So if JPC win, we'll be interviewing Yish, the team captain for JPC. And if it's Extreme Esports, we will be interviewing with K9 himself. Oh, Neko gets the kill onto Pollard. I just saw the help. Oh, no! Everyone just goes down at an alarming rate. Proza finishes off. It was too quick there for me to be able to spectate any of it whatsoever. K9 goes down. That's a win on the board for JPC. And we end the first half 6-0 up to JPC. This is not the position that Extreme Esports want to be in right now. Skeldo. Hey, welcome to the chat, Skeldo. ASR6, Henry Snot throwing for once, complete opposite to ranked. Oh, guys, this game isn't going the way that any of us really want to see. We always want to see a bit of back and forth and a good fight, but at the moment, the new roster for Extreme are just being outmatched by a roster that's been around and plays together a lot. Proza is going to 6-pick Thermite and go for Hibana, while a Kerr chip is going to 6-pick Mute and bring out Oryx.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So let's see what we get here. We are likely, will we see some bandit tricking? Thatcher is on the board still, so bandit tricking is a likely one. They just need to watch out for Sledge or Zofia from below in lounge, popping holes in the floor while he does that. Pollard's going to set up what's becoming quite a common shield placement here, allowing the player in cache to peek out of the door onto the breach with relative safety. Not complete safety, but relative safety. Standard... Wait a minute. What was that? I thought I saw a black eye going up somewhere here. Normally we'd see an ADS down here to protect whoever is playing on catwalks. Not so just yet. Jaeger has moved over. Jaeger going for a peek of his own. He wants some payback for all those peeks. Oh no, he sees a player, but Renowned with the ACOG is just too quick. He's ready for it, and he gets that kill. That's K9 out early, leaving us in a 5v4 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the round. EMP is going to go down. Bandit is there, waiting to trick. Drone is telling... So Prozzy is telling... Well, no, he's not, because that's totally irrelevant. Oh, K9, my dude. Chris YT holding onto catwalks, are going to be looking down at the door. He sees a player. He makes the smart move by standing up rather than peeking at the same height and not getting pre-peeked. We hear the Habana charges go down, and it does get successfully tricked by the Sweaty Spud. Chip taking some damage. More than taking damage, he gets killed by V Renowned. Lee was in a 5v3, but Sweaty Spud gets a kill of his own onto Nekwa. Well played to the Sweaty one. He is playing on main stairs, while Pollard plays in a default spot for smoke up in cash room. Proz's going to start moving up. Oh, he very quickly gets the kill onto Sweaty Spud. No messing about with his aim. 4v2 now. And JPC are looking to close this off very, very quickly. Oh, no. Pollard gets the kill onto Proza, leaving us in a 3v2. And all of a sudden it's looking, or was looking, more winnable here. But Chris gets a kill onto Rarity just after Henry B takes down his teammate. But with a kill from Renowned in the garage, that is a 7-0 for JPC. It's not the result any of us wanted to see, particularly not Extreme Esports. GG to both teams. That was a tough one for Extreme. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they can come back and do after they've worked together for a little while. So, well played to the boys from JPC. That was quite the match for them. Clazo, K9 on frags doing 1 and 7. Yeah, it wasn't a good one for K9, unfortunately. Very unfortunate. Okay, so let's remind ourselves of what the community poll said. Community poll showed us that 86% of Twitter thought that JPC were going to win. Well done to 86% of Twitter. You were absolutely right. 11% thought that Extreme Esports or Horizon Gaming would take the win, and 3% thought we would see a draw. As called out by ASR6, they are outmatched all around. Personal performance doesn't matter. Yeah, K9 going 1 and 7. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it was a very high level team. I don't know the ranks of Extreme Esports, and I'm not going to guess or say that ranks are anything to do with it, because when it comes to comp, rank isn't relevant. But like I say, K9's boys, new team for today, first time playing together against an accomplished team of players. It's going to be a tough battle, whatever happens. So, that means we get to have an interview with Yish, the captain of JPC. So thank you for the follow, Mini Wheat and also Midazor. Thank you very much appreciated. Before I go into the interview with Yish, let me just point out that Jester Gaming are going to be playing tomorrow. Jester Gaming are actually playing right now on TEG Channel B. So once this stream is over, I'll bounce you guys all over there. And then tomorrow at 4 PM, we've got Dadless playing against Urban, and that's going to be casted by Dylan. I'm not sure who is casting on TEG B right now. I'm pretty sure TEG B should be live, but I'll check into it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Yish, the captain of JPC, onto the line, and we'll start to do an interview. Let me just make sure that we've got everything set up and ready to go. Everything is good. That's there. I need to run this. Get Yish in. And there we go. Right. Yish, are you there?
Hi there too.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Good. I'm all right, thank you. So, the last time I casted you guys on Oregon against Jester, as you know from the poll I put up last night, you guys were way down there with something like 13% or something to win that game. And
yes.
You won it like a 7-1 or a 7-2, maybe even a 7-0, I can't remember exactly.
It was a 7-1.
It was a 7-1, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Today, obviously, completely different result in the poll. How did you feel when you saw the numbers today?
I didn't actually have a look at the numbers. I decided just to go blank straight into it.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know their full roster either. So it was basically as soon as we got into the game, we saw who they were.
Yeah, the roster tonight was an unknown entity because K9's had some disbanding earlier this week, so he had to get a new roster together, I think just last night, in order to keep playing, which is unfortunate for him.
Yeah, it's lucky.
Yeah, and I think it unfortunately probably showed in the game that they didn't have that team experience. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they come back with next. But when you did see the players, were you expecting a 7-0 or were you expecting a little bit more?
we were expecting quite a big difference between the scores anyway. We weren't worried that we were very well. My team were very calm in the game.
Hmm.
So they were all chilled out. They were having a laugh and everything. So it wasn't. We weren't. They didn't feel the pressure, which is nice.
Right.
And obviously I was in there with them, just calming them down, just being like, okay, guys, you can do this. Bit of motivational speech, you know. But round just went by round by round. Obviously, Necro did that amazing clutch up on Church when it was just sat upstairs with Vigil. But yeah, no, we weren't worried. We expected it to be around 7-1, 7-0.
Okay, like the confidence. Fair enough. I think you said to me last time, actually, you've got to have the confidence, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is very true. So we saw, I don't remember exactly from the last time I watched your guys, but there was a lot of cheeky little peaks going on in the game here tonight. Quite a few early kills coming out from, I think, Rarity and Renowned. Is that something you guys like to do a lot, or is it something you brought out just for this game, just because you're having fun and we're a bit more relaxed? Or
it was mainly because of how their game style was. Is that they always push pretty much the same place every time. So when we were on defense, they always pushed up into CC. So Rarity and V Renown were like, okay, look, we're gonna hopefully go up there and just see what we can do about it. Especially with, well, I think Renown stayed on site majority of the time. But especially Necro was always sat on blue stairs.
Yeah.
Because we knew they pushed on that side, but unfortunately, they just opened up holes for us to peek out of, and then they did it. So it went quite smoothly, to be honest. The team are very happy with it.
It was well read into each one of those little peeks out the window. I think one of the last things to talk about, you mentioned the clutch from Necwa. I'm pretty sure you're talking about when he was playing Vigil and the site was Church. I talked about it in the game, about the power of having a roamer just sitting in sitting in the strip club. And what we noticed from Extreme was they put down a couple of air jabs, and then it's like they completely forgot. They knew he was there, but it's like they put the air jabs down and thought, yeah, we don't need to worry about that anymore. And then they kind of just tunnel visioned onto getting downstairs into Moto. And then by the time Necwa came out, it was too late for them to respond to the air jabs. What was, how did that work out for you guys? I mean, was Necwa concerned, or was it just like, no, I'm just going to go out, I'm just going to do what I do? And
he made a comment about it midway through the game. So they droned a lot. It seemed they droned everything, but then they didn't act on their droning. Right. So they would drone out Necwa, or know where he is. I think he was in strip one of the rounds, and they droned him out. Just didn't push. And he said something about it. It's like they didn't, and that's when he got the 4K, I think.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Because they just, like you said, they just basically they had tunnel vision, and they just ignored all our roamers. But we didn't have that. We probably had maybe, I think, one roamer majority of the rounds, or two. It was either one or two.
Mostly it was one, I think. You did play quite a heavy site. A lot of players on site.
Yeah, so the team just chilled out on site majority of the rounds, and we just let them push to them, and then obviously we won in overall in gunfights. So
yeah, there were a few rounds where I was calling out that I don't think there was much that went wrong when it came to setups or actual use of utility and pushing. I think there was certainly some cases there it just came down to gunfights, and one or two occasions where there might have been some just lapses in focus on where everything was. But your guys were just fragging out, just getting those kills, leaving just one or two players on their own, which was an unfortunate scenario. So Clubhouse, sorry, go on.
Henry B wasn't at the top this time.
No, Henry B is normally up there. Today we didn't quite see so much of Henry.
He just didn't see anyone. So that's what our thing. He was just like, oh man, I don't get any kills. I'm not seeing anyone in the round. So it was entertaining.
Bless him. All right. Before we close off, is there anything you want to say to the stream before we close?
Same as before. Just thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. So hopefully you stay tuned for our next game next week.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Yish. Thank you to the team, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
All right, man.
All right, take care.
Peace out.
Bye. So that was Yish, or Yish's from Just Press C, team captain, just giving us a bit of an insight into what went on in the rounds there, and how they managed to do as well as they did. So very interesting insight to get to know how it all works and comes together. So before we close off, let's just take a look again at the games that we've got lined up for this week. Not many left to go this week. We are coming up to the end now, or we are at the end of week 2. And we can see that we've got a game going on right now between Jester Gaming and Unknown Fraggers. And also tomorrow, the 11th at 4 PM, we've got Dadless versus Urban being casted by Dylan. Now, what I want to try and do is take you guys over to the stream. Alright, I had some voice comms issues there, so I don't know if anyone is actually still here watching. I was talking to you guys. My last stream of the week is going to be tomorrow, Abrupt versus Entity, on my own channel for the Nova League. We've got some players from the teams in the chat giving the GGs. Always nice to see the players from teams coming in and just dropping the GGs in the chat. Mrs. Toot says, is Yish losing his voice? Skeldo says he's always losing his voice. Prosser says Skeldo knows why. GGs from Yish, from Mrs. Toot. So thank you very much everyone for watching. I was going to take you guys over to the other game that started at 7:30, but it looks like it's not actually live, so I don't know what's happening with that. Tomorrow we will see Dadless versus Urban at 4 o'clock being casted by Dylan on this very channel right here, and that's going to be the last game of the week for Third Eye Gaming. Thank you very much for coming along and supporting both these teams. It's very much appreciated, and we look forward to seeing you on the next stream.